Hi.
Hi. With Craig Lucas, basically, we worked incredibly closely on email and in person for almost a year, getting the libretto to be as good as we could before I even wrote notes. And then once I started writing things, then we learned more. And Craig's very musical and was very happy to make adjustments based on kind of, I was like, ooh, that vowel, like I want to set this line this high, and maybe we can have a different word that doesn't have an O vowel there. And he's great at that stuff. So it was a very happy and very fluent collaboration. You know, I'm not sure what they're wearing yet. I mean, the chorus functions as sort of denizens of the internet, and I was interested in tracing it from its most innocuous and almost robotic kind of, you know, I like the idea of like people playing Scrabble with each other. That's one thing. So there's a sense of sort of just the emptiness of language, and there's also much more violent things happen, and we see that and hear it in a variety of ways, both real and projected. So I was interested in those extreme moments in sort of chat roulette when you know, the thing flips and all of a sudden there's someone with like some very outrageous like sexual sort of fetishistic thing, and then you're in someone's bedroom with no one there, and then next, and then there's a sort of little girl just looking around. I like that kind of miscellany. Bartlett Sher is the best. He's totally great. I like him because he's kind of like a messy, in a good way, a messy director. Like he's someone who kind of likes to make a lot of, he likes to make a mess and then clean it up, which is sort of the opposite of my method is to like, you know, build it up from the beginning, and then, so it's great to have someone who then takes everything and just like kind of throws it and then starts organizing. It's nice. And he's also really fun to hang out with, which helps, I think. So what we're dealing with is essentially we have these gigantic things that function as projection surfaces that aren't particularly standard, and so the projections create all the architecture on top of these big surfaces, and the integration of it is something that I'm really excited to actually see, which I don't think we'll see it for another couple of weeks. So it's really theoretical right now. Like we're seeing out a model and we're seeing objects move around, but they don't actually marry until I think next Tuesday. I'd heard about them through Philip Glass, actually, because they were doing the projections for the new production of Satyagraha that was an ENO Met co-production, and I just loved that show so much and how the projections worked, and I loved and then we just sort of became friends, and they're doing Two Boys, I think, but they're also doing this other opera, Dark Sisters, next year. And I think I like the idea of theater technology being used in this really clever way that's not like, oh, we have projections, but it folds it into the actual plot in a weird way. And I thought, you know, having them involved for as long as we did was this luxury, because they were on board sort of years ago. So they really know the piece. It's not like, you know, coming in at the last kind of 3 weeks throwing things at it. It's stemming from a lot of conversations that we have with the director and between me and Craig and Bart and the opera houses about how it should look. So it's a much more organic thing.